We're doing this 4-inch removal in this private community. Got a bunch of cars on the way up there. I've already done this section. 4 inches deep, not that big a deal. 2 cul-de-sacs out to through the gates there, out to the street. Just getting ready to start this section. Figured I'd turn the camera on, shoot a little bit of me doing the cul-de-sac and pulling these straightaways and move all these garbage cans out of the way. Easy job, just tedious. As usual, I don't have much help. It's by myself, so I have to mark out all my own steel, and which in a way is kind of a good thing because then I remember where it's at. Nothing sneaks up on me if I mark it myself. I already marked one side of this box right here. I'm going to mark the other side too, just to make sure. I don't know what's in there, but we're going to find out. My silver paint, my favorite. Spent like 10 minutes so far marking out this street and moving all the garbage cans I could be grinding. That is what it is. See a fire hydrant there, so I know there's a valve hiding somewhere. I'll try to find it. There it is right here, hiding. Might as well move all these too and look at the back here. I'm betting anything there's a manhole back here somewhere. It usually is. Or all these houses, sewer tie in. You're really surprised there's no manhole, but actually looks like there's not. That's a first. Must be those boxes down there that I marked. That or it's buried, and I'll find it. Running the 207 today with the 6.5 foot drum. It's a little bit shorter, so it's kind of easier to do some of this stuff. Still prefer the 7-footer. It is what it is. I get the machine they could be. Somebody thought it was a good idea. I think I see one more piece of metal hiding over here. So they slurry seal over this stuff and then they kind of halfway buries it. So like these right here, be really hard to spot from up top. Mark it from every direction. Sometimes I like to put a little something like that so I know there's 2 of them there. All these little trenches and square cracks scare me. Shouldn't be a crack in the road like perfectly square like that. But it might be nothing. If it is something, we'll find out when we hit it. My paint's going dead. Usually I start on the side, kind of work my way over. Sometimes then I can come back and trim around once I get the bulk of it cut out. You've seen me do it before out in that country club. MDI really helps on a job like this because you get in the base rock, you can see where your back door is. But here we go. see those numbers or not as the back door drops in. Shooting for 4 inches. 4.5, 3 over here. Because I'm turning, scrubbing the back door against the edge. Once I get on the straightaway, I'll start bouncing the moldboard up and down to get it to sit right. Got my back tracks kicked over a little bit. Get me lined up straight with the curb. There we go. I see my back door is a 3 on one side, 4.5 on the other side. It's bouncing up and down. Down 3.7 and 4.1, close enough. And a 1/4 inch, I'm not going to complain. Now it's 3.8, 3.9, and 4.1. That's a decent load. My back door is sitting at 3.9 and 4.1. That lets me know it's not digging in the rock. It's sitting right where it's supposed to. I got nobody behind me sticking a tape measure in the ground, so I got to know where it's at. So I'll run this pass down all the way across, and I might move my truck. I'm going to cover it in dust. Just watched it this morning. This never fails. I watch my truck and then I'll end up parking it in a dirt lot somewhere and it gets just trashed every time. I try to keep it clean, but it's just nearly impossible. Six-and-a-half-foot drum. The edge of the drum is right alongside the machine. I don't like that because I like the offset. It pushes me out away from the curb a little bit. An extra 8 inches helps. Just cruising, about 55 foot a minute. No sense of pushing it really hard. Just kind of let it eat. Sounds like that dog's not happy with me. Getting down toward the end here, I'm gonna have to start paying attention to how far I get with each truck. That way I know when to start signing them out. All right, dog, I get it. You don't like me making noise. Just doing this job. That house got a lot of satellite dishes on it. Huh. Must really like their ESPN. Always let your belt run out before you shut it off. A lot easier on the hydraulic hoses. And the motor to not have to start and stop with a big heavy load on it. I got tow trucks coming for those parked cars, because I'll have to go up there and finish that. I try to bounce my back door up and down as cracks come in. Make sure it doesn't dig a hole. Right on the edge, nice and clean. That'll do. One of these trucks already backed into a parked car. So yeah, it's going well. It's 12:30. Long ways to go. If I keep my hand like this, I could run my conveyor, my horn, and my steering, everything all off of one hand. And it's solid right here. All the way down to 30 foot a minute. Won't let me go no faster. Just stick, nothing happens. It doesn't have the power like the 210. I think I'll try to just go straight across with all of these. And then I'll start out there and come back in this way. It's gonna suck no matter how I do it. Just hate my job sometimes. I think I'm gonna move my truck because I don't trust these truck drivers. And I might be able to keep it cleaner longer. I said stop. Stay a little bit short of this line so I can grind it like this to make it nice and straight for them. Check out where my manhole is. Most of the cameras don't work on this machine, so that's nice. Let the belt run out. Every time you stop, you'll see that drive motor up there rock back and forth. What'll happen if you have a heavy load on it, it'll eventually break that all thread that holds it in there. And that's no fun. Oh, back up to the top, make an underpass. Take note of that manhole. Just barely gonna make it by it. I'll have to jump that box again. Always looking when I back up what my next pass has. But when I back up, I'll stay away a little bit like this. That way I can see what's in my next pass. That way if I have to get off and mark anything, I can stop and do it. Kind of see in the cut where I was hopping the back door to get it to sit right. And I'll just back straight in. My mirror, because my camera don't work. And if they want me to come and trim off the little triangles, I'll probably just pulverize them in place. Kind of pretty out here, the hills. It's nice to not be in the desert. Forget where this place is called. Take a look. Porter Ranch, what this place is called, out kind of by Thousand Oaks. Yep, tried to go too fast. There's a lot of chunk. Blowing out big chunks is how you put rips in the conveyor belt. The machine knows it was chunking, so it throttled up. Spin the drum a little faster so it doesn't chunk. I hate grinding cul-de-sacs. Pain in the ass. And I don't hear the water pump anymore, which means I'm out of water and all the dust. So I will go get some water. Be right back. While I'm getting water, I'll probably move my truck. No meter, of course. Turn on a little slow so I get somewhat of a break. And I'll go move my truck. I think maybe I'll put it outside and leave the blinkies on. That air conditioner cranking. Let's hope I don't get towed. Wish I read Spanish. Wish I spoke Spanish. I think I would by now, doing this for 20 plus years. At least it's not hot. In the 80s, it's so much better in the 80s than 122, 115. I'll take it. This is milling life. Grind, fill with water, grind some more. There's all the stuff that I couldn't get in that cul-de-sac. They just piled it all up. They got one 10-wheeler coming in. They load up with it, a little piece at a time. Oh my God, it's 4 inches deep. You're gonna drag your car. So you know it's full when it overflows. There's the truck hauling the demo away. Nothing but the finest. All dented up in the back. Still a pretty good running machine though. Cold water actually felt pretty good. So I just jumped that box again. I'm going to use the active second cut so I don't have to mess with it. It's going to lower down, make the match all by itself, bring itself up to 0 so I don't have to mess with it. If you watch actual, bring it a little closer. It's going to go down to whatever it decides is good enough. As I go forward, I'm going to come out of it on its own, all the way out to 0. I have to touch a thing. Talked to a lady earlier that was moving her car. She's like, "What are you doing?" So, "Well, we're removing the road." "Removing the road? Why are you removing the road?" I told her, well, you know, people who lived here, some of them weren't paying, so they're taking the road away. She just laughed. But I said, no, we're taking the road out. So we'll be able to come back later, right? I said, yeah, you get to park on the dirt later. On the dirt? What dirt? So, well, the dirt that's underneath the road. For some reason they couldn't fathom the fact that there's something underneath the asphalt. This goes to show people that aren't in the business, like they'd have no clue like how things work, how the roads are built. Thought that was funny. I think the next truck would already be in here and lined up, ready to go, instead of backing in one by one. We're paying for the trucks on this job, so I might have to get down there and chew them out eventually if they keep this up. There should be 2 trucks in here at all times. Little trick when I get to the end here. If you don't want to pick up the side plate, just reach over and tap the stick for the leg. It'll shut your automatic off. I think I have a mark on the other side of that, don't I? Nope. I'll remember it's there. There's the tow truck for car number 2. I think I'll use slope to go past the box when I set back in. That's one way to do it. Just put your axles down, pick your wheels off the ground. So I'm going to set it down at 0, then I'm going to flip it to slope. I will go right through that piece there where the box is, so I don't have to dial it. Slope. Side plate's 4.5 inches, close enough. Side plate 0, match. Much easier. Able to film that last piece, but the job is all done now. Just got to sign out a few straggler trucks and wash the machine down, so I'll bring you along with me. You can help me wash the machine down. Sorry if I got you dirty. I'm not used to having somebody on my head watching. Try to hit some of the Zerk fittings. I'll call that done. Alright, I go through my used teeth pile, pick up some good teeth, and I think I might get away without changing them all. We'll see how it goes. Have a good one. See you next time.